Well, wubba lubba dub dub. I'm not dressed like this for my health. You know, I just fancied running with a Rick and Morty theme today. I was supposed to be getting a little bit of help today to change a light bulb in this Transit, but my actress has gone absent without leave, so it's looking very much like I'm going to have to fit this Transit headlight all by myself. What's that noise?
Rick!
Morty.
You locked me in the back of the van.
Sorry? Hey Morty, fancy giving me a hand fitting this bulb?
Hey Rick, why don't you stick that light where the sun don't shine? I've got better things to do.
Well, that's bloody charming. Right, I better get on with it then. This is a 2018 Ford Transit Custom. If you got one of these Transits maybe a year or two earlier, you'll probably find that to open the bonnet, you've got to put the key in a lock in the front of the grille. But on this one, the bonnet pulls on the passenger side, just to the left of the passenger footwell. And there's a little yellow release handle, just about in the middle of the bonnet area. It might look like you can change the headlight bulb with the headlight in place, but seriously, don't bother. I swear to God, it's a lot easier to remove the headlight. You see your multi-plug here? There's a little tab there. If you get a little flat screwdriver and just lift it up gently, you'll hear it click. Then you can just pull your multi-plug off the headlight. There's a Torx 30 screw at the front of the headlight, but you can use a flat bladed screwdriver to undo it. And there's another screw at the rear of the headlamp, so we'll get that whacked out. The rear screw on this particular model is a lot longer than the front screw, but if you've got a slightly earlier model Transit, they're both the same size. You'll notice at the rear of the headlight there's a little plastic lug which clips over the front wing. Anyway, what the frig? Now you've got your two screws removed, this headlight should lift up a little bit and then straight out. Bingo! Right then, let's get to the rear of this headlight. The plastic caps on the back of this particular headlight you have to twist off anti-clockwise. If you have got an earlier model, they will be rubber pushover fits. Right, your main beam bulb is simple enough. Pull the connector off. You've got one spring clip, pop out like that, and then your bulb comes out. And that's a standard H1 bulb. Note the little pegs and the slot, it only fits back in one way. Your second cap here is where our headlight bulb is. Pull the plug connector off. Pretty much the same as the last bulb. One spring clip, you just flick out, and then the bulb comes straight out. And you'll notice this is just a bog standard H7 bulb. And remember, your little tab here on the bulb fits in a slot inside your headlight retainer. So make sure you put the bulb back in the right position. Flick your spring clip back over, and pop your wiring back on. Well, that was easy enough. Oh look, there's another little cap. Shall we see what's in this one? It's your indicator bulb. Oh, and just take note that these orange indicator bulbs have offset pins on the base. Anyway, we'll pop this bulb back in its holder. You can't get it wrong, it only fits in one position. And your daytime running light, which is a strip which runs all the way around the outside of the headlight, is powered by this unit. So I reckon we should be nosy, unbolt this and see what's behind it. There's 3 screws here. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're Torx 20 or Torx 25, because this Torx 20 bit is undoing them. Right, so we'll get the other 2 of these screws out. So let's see then, shall we? We'll wriggle it out nice and carefully. Well, there's a plug connector, so that's all it is then. 4 little LEDs, and the light from them LEDs goes into these 2 clear tubes, and that's what gives you a nice fancy strip light all the way around your headlight. Anyhow, I'll plug this wire back in and slide this whole unit back into place, and then whack our 3 Torx screws back in. Right then, let's get this slap back in the van then. Oh, and just a couple of things to note here. Apart from this little lug clipping onto the front wing, on the bottom edge of this headlamp there's a little lug here as well, and you'll see the little retainer here to locate that lug. You'll need to feed the front edge of this headlight inside the front edge of this bumper first. and make sure the lug at the bottom of your headlight is located into your retainer. And lastly, check your tab on the top of your headlight is lined up with the tab on the wing. And then just gently push it down and it will just clip into place. And refit your 2 screws and tighten them both down securely. And don't forget to reconnect your multi-plug. You'll notice how that LED strip dims down when you switch the headlights on. I'll move that there, like that. That's closer up. Hey Morty, what have we learnt today then?
Well, Rick, you've proved once again that you can make a total fool of yourself.
Well, gee, thanks for the compliment, Morty. Okay, Morty, you finish the bloody video then.
Okay, folks, wubba lubba dub dub.